Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Leonard.
Recording in progress.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Leonard. I'm chairman of the Milton Board of Appeals. The hearing this evening is the application for residences at East Milton Square, filed by the Corcoran Company. Joining me on this panel is attorneys Jeff Mullen and Nick Gray. The applicant is represented by attorney Peter Freeman, and Mr. Freeman, with the assent of the board, has agreed that this matter this evening should be continued by agreement of all of the parties until January 19, which is a Wednesday, at 7 p.m. in the evening, in order to allow the applicant to file supplemental materials, new materials regarding the application, which will be considered on the 19th hearing. The filed materials are going to be presented to the board sometime tomorrow by Mr. Freeman or Jen Corcoran, both representatives of the applicant, and we'll have that information published on the Board of Appeals East Milton Residences website. Our clerk, senior principal clerk, Bev Sutton, is not able to be with us tonight for personal reasons, and fortunately, Shane Brandenburg has agreed to conduct the video Zoom meeting regarding the application. I want to thank Shane for his courtesy in the last minute. So there is a motion before the board, assented to all of the parties, to continue this hearing to January 19, 2022 at 7 p.m. Is there anybody out there who wants to be heard on this motion? Okay, so there's no party who wishes to be heard, and therefore this matter is continued to Wednesday, January 19th, 2022 at 7 p.m. And we'll publish the Zoom information so that anyone interested can tune in and check the website sometime tomorrow afternoon for the newly submitted materials by Mr. Freeman and Ms. Corcoran. And so if there's nothing further to be heard, we're going to adjourn this hearing, and I'm going to turn this matter over, the new matter on Canton Avenue, over to one of our distinguished board chairman and long-suffering attorney, Brian Hurley. So Brian, it's great to see you this evening. And
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. I think we're a couple of minutes short of 7 o'clock, so I guess we'll wait. And Shane, I'll tell you when it's 7, and we'll do the countdown then.
One.
Good to go?
You're good.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Hurley. I'm acting as chairman of the Milton Zoning Board of Appeals in connection with the application under General Laws Chapter 40B relating to the property at 648, 652 Canton Avenue in Milton. We had originally planned to conduct a public hearing tonight, but a couple of days ago, I had a communication with Mr. Schomer in which he indicated that the long-awaited and anticipated ground survey that was being done has not been completed. And we agreed that it made sense to allow that to be completed in due course and to have enough time after the board receives it to make it available to both the peer review consultants as well as consultants for any of the persons who have engaged people in connection with this application. And so, Mr. Schomer, just let me state this and you can just confirm. My understanding is that we would continue the hearing tonight, or the idea was, the motion was to continue the hearing tonight until Tuesday, January 25th, which is 2 weeks from today. And that in turn, we would agree that the time for completion or closing of the public hearing with respect to this application would be extended to Tuesday, February 22nd. And that was my understanding of what the motion would be this evening. And I'll let you speak to that.
Thank you very much. That is correct, Chairman Hurley. And just may I say, on behalf of my clients, we apologize that this report is not yet complete. We know that everybody is looking for it and waiting for it, and we're as frustrated at the delays as everybody else. We were told that it would be ready before Christmas, and here we are already in the second week of January and it's not done. We've been told this week that it will be completed this week and ready for submission. So again, my apologies that it's taking as long as it is, but when it comes in, I think the report will be helpful for everybody and hopefully beneficial to the board.
Mr. Shores, I think you know much of my practice is in land use litigation. And if I had a nickel for every time I had to wait for a report from an expert, I'd probably be a wealthy man. So we appreciate the situation that you find yourself in. And we're happy to take the additional time. It is an important piece of information, I think, for everyone who's been involved in this process. And so we look forward to the opportunity to have it and to have it in sufficient time to fully understand and evaluate it and be able to intelligently ask questions about it at the next session of the public hearing. So I had previously sort of polled my fellow board members, Mr. Dave and Mr. Brown, and they agreed to this continuance. And so that being said, we will continue the hearing then until January 25th. And we'll look forward to receiving the report in the interim and reconvening on the 25th. Is there anything further we need to or discuss, gentlemen?
Not on our end. Thank you.
Okay. There being no further comment, I think we will close the public hearing for the evening, and I'll look forward to seeing you all on the 25th. And Mr. Prendergast, let me say it's good to see you again. I was off the board for a while, and somehow Mr. My friend there convinced me to come back.
Yeah,
here I am.
I was surprised but delighted at the same time.
Good to see you again. Okay, Mr. Sherman, have a good 2 weeks. I'll see you 2 weeks from today.
And
Very
Brian,
good. Thank you.
if you could say hello to Ms. Galvin for me, I'd appreciate it.
I certainly will.
Thank you.
She's a good person.
Absolutely.
All right, take care. Thanks, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye. Good night.
Night.